Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another week preview. This time it's week 6, and yeah, it's getting exciting. So let's get going in. Susan Fighting Geese, 4-1, taking on Ellie Island, 1-4. Sue's 1-0 lifetime. Fulls to start for Sue's at the perfect time for Breeze, in my opinion, here. Taking on Ellie Island. Looking at Ellie Island's lineup, she's still hoping for beast mode to get back in. Not going to happen. So I got Geese in this one. Next up, we got the 12th man, 2-3, taking on Green Lightning, 4-1. Lucas. Last team undefeated. And injuries have definitely hurt Lucas all year. But I think, looking at this one, seeing that they're 2-2 lifetime. Last year, Lucas beat Brian. I think he's going to beat him again this year. I got Lucas here. Next up, it's looking too good for a name, sitting at 2-3, taking on Robert and Templars, 1-4. Robert 2-0 lifetime. Robert must win for sure. Well, both really, if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. Looking at Robert's draft, was CD the right pick? You got to think it was at 3. TB12 taking on Aaron Rodgers here this week. Can TB12 find a way to do it for Luke? I'm going to say no. It's going to be Robert and Templars winning this one to go 3-0 lifetime. Next up, we got Dusan Sabatica Spartans, 4-1, taking on Stan BC Lions, 3-2. Should be an easy W here, rolling along for Dusan. Again, originally had BC Lions here. Change alert. Going to go Sabatica Spartans. Madison for Stan should make it interesting for sure, but it's the first meeting between these two, and I think Dusan's going to take care of Stan. Next up, we got Life's a Mitch, 3-2, taking on Brandon and the Architect, 1-4. First meeting between the two, even though they're divisional foes this year. Is Tannehill for real for Life's a Mitch? You got to think. And is Zeke now the centerpiece for the Architect moving forward for Dallas? This game's huge for both. If Brandon loses, you gotta think he can't come back at 1-5. Whereas, if Life's a Mitch loses this one, he makes it very interesting in that American division and allows Brandon to get right back in this thing. So this one's going to be huge, and I'm going Brandon. I think it's going to be a big one, but I think do or die time here for Brandon, and he finds a way this time. Next up, Kristen Storm, 2-3, taking on Eric and Swahino, 2-3. First meeting between the two. RW3 on the bye. That's like having Lamar on the bye, but Lamar isn't on the bye for Swahino, and he's also got D-Hop. Flacco will start for Krista. I think that's enough said. Eric and Swahino easily in this one. Next up, it's Ryan and Deuce Bombers, 3-2, taking on myself, 3-2. Also as a candidate really for the game of the week. I was surprised Ryan and Deuce Bombers have been in the league since 2015, but I'm only played them once. I'm 1-0 lifetime. Both teams are pretenders, in my opinion, though, when I look at it. The good news for me is Delvin Cook is out for Ryan and Deuce Bombers at just the right time for me. But, yeah, when I look at it, we're pretenders. I mean, we got Baker, Mayfield, Cousins, Rojo. Come on. I don't think we're going anywhere. But in this one, guess what? I did have Deuce Bombers. Change alert. I'm going to go myself thanks to the Delvin Cook injury. Next up, it's Chris and True North, 1-4. What a win against the undefeated Lucas last week, taking on Danny and Billsy Bubs, 3-2. Billsy Bubs is another one of those teams like BC Lions. How the heck is this team 3-2? Don't see it happening too much moving forward. Looking at True North, why is he 1-4? Perennial contender. Well, Rieger's out, Sutton's out, OJ Howard's out, C-Mac's out. True North's still competing, though, and getting that win last week shows his true competitiveness. Danny, I think, is almost there. Again, he goes full sell, but I think he's almost there. He just needs to have the one good draft, and I think you'll see Danny have a really good year. Chris is 3-0 lifetime, and I'm going to go Chris here in this one as well. Next up, it's Sean and Fall Misfits, 3-2, taking on Norman Canadian Guy, sitting at 2-3. The McKinney trade was a bit of a head scratcher for Canadian Guy. I didn't quite get that one. Round 8, I think it was. I can understand getting the linebacking depth, but McKinney, and then he gets hurt. That's crazy. Just like Malcolm Brown, though, was a huge head scratcher for a round 2. True North got the best of you guys, both of you guys, to be honest. This one's going to be an absolute thriller, and I'm going Norman, Canadian Guy, to find a way, make it interesting in the red and white, and also make it very interesting in that American division. Imagine if Norm wins this one. It's going to be interesting all across the board. Next up, game of the week, guys. And, by the way, that Misfits Canadian guys, first meeting between the two. Forgot to mention that. Going back here, game of the week, Milan in the 6, 3-2, taking on Adrian, Age Crew 3-2. Might wonder why I chose this one as game of the week. Well, I mean, these two teams, they're right in the thick of things. I mean, remember I had the 6 going far with a big record this year, and then the injuries came in. Well, Barkley's done, Michelle's out, Denzel Mims is still out. And then looking at Milan's lineup at time of this recording, you know, there's no quarterback on the roster, so that's going to be interesting. And then for Adrian, he's got the Le'Veon Bell drama. I mean, just kick that in. He's been a joke so far in fantasy this year, but he might get better if he gets to a good team for you, which will help. This is the first meeting between the two. I originally had Milan in this one. I'm going Adrian, and by the way, Adrian is the top scoring team right now as well, so I should mention that and recognize him for that. But I'm change alert. It's going Adrian in this one. It's going to be a thriller, and hope you guys have a great week 6. I'll be watching.